Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy D, and today we got a good episode for you. Today is gonna be funny, it's gonna be informative, we gonna laugh, we gonna find out some shit, right? So, I had 5 guys and 5 girls send me questions about whatever the hell they wanted to ask. It might be something to do with them, a friend, it might be about your ass, I don't know. But we're gonna answer these questions and we're gonna talk about it. Question number 1 from the guys: how should I deal with my girlfriend badass 6-year-old son? I really love the girl and I want a future, but her son is getting to be the deal breaker because the father ain't around and she don't discipline him at all. That's tough, man, because I've been in a situation like that before, right? Where, you just the side dude or the guy that's, dating a girl that has a kid, and you don't really want to step on any boundaries, right? Um it's funny because I think about this, right? And I'm thinking, like, how would I be in this situation? And I'm starting to think about my moms, right? Because me and my little brother, we were bad as hell. We used to wrestle every fucking where. Like, we used to wrestle in church. We used to wrestle in supermarkets. Like, it didn't matter where the fuck we wrestled. And my mom always found a way to, like, beat our ass, but not do it to where people would question. Because, white people like to call the cops and, like, oh, child abuse. Nah. My mom used to beat our ass, and we be like wrestling on the grapes and shit, and falling over broccoli. And my mom would just look at us and pinch the fuck out of us, like, boy, you better get off that goddamn banana. Like we ain't give a fuck. So I feel like with this, you kind of got to do that. You kind of got to just like, hey, Junior, come here, let me talk to you. Okay, no, babe, go another room. I'm gonna talk to Junior real quick. And then when he come over, Junior come over, like, you ain't my daddy. Pinch the fuck out of that motherfucker. Pinch the shit out of him when he crying. Ow, 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 ow. Fuck that. Pinch his ass. And you know what? I'm gonna give you some ice cream later. Get the fuck in the room, like your mom said. All right? Ow, ow, ow. Like, we don't want to hear that shit. Pinch the shit out. And I noticed too with kids, why every time you talk to a little kid or they get in trouble, they always look like they got to piss, right? Like, what? Like, nobody want to hear that shit. So, yeah, I think you should just pinch the shit out of him when his mom ain't around, and you good, bro. Like, just, what I'm saying? He ain't gonna tell. You just give him some ice cream, some candy, some money. He ain't gonna tell. Question number 2: does a guy really care what a girl's body count is? This is from the ladies now. Does a guy really care what a girl's body count is? I feel like it shouldn't. Whether the answer is yes or no, I feel like it shouldn't. Only because when you get a certain age, you don't give a fuck. Like, why are you asking me that shit? You know what I'm saying? And it's bullshit that guys have this double standard where they could, do whatever they want and no one's gonna say anything, right? Well, girls really can't do that. I mean, that's a discussion for decades, the whole double standard thing. But I feel like it's bad with guys. You know why? Because guys front all the time about the whole body count thing or whatever. Because if you think about it, you look at all these celebrities, right? These females like the Kardashians or Cardi B or Amber Rose, right? All these guys, all these Joe Schmoes around here are saying, oh yeah, you got to watch your body count if you got blah blah. But I promise you, if Cardi B or Amber Rose is to come around these little motherfuckers with they fake Gucci belts, they would be chin deep in they coochie, face first. So I promise you, body count doesn't matter when a guy really likes you. He's not even gonna care. He's not gonna ask. He's not gonna, whatever. And if he does care, if he is worried about your body count, he's probably just immature. But I will say this: guys want to know that they're not just with somebody that has been with everybody. Just because at the same time, like, a guy doesn't want to walk around with a girl where he's has to look at other dudes looking at him like, damn, I used to smash your girl. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like if you're gonna have a body count like that, I feel like you should at least let your partner know, yo, I had a couple of whole nights, right? That's all you need to know. I had a couple of whole nights. This way, when y'all are walking together and a guy looks at you laughing like, oh yeah, I smashed your girl. You know what I'm saying? Now you're prepared and you understand. So if he says something like, yo, what's up? Tell Sarah I said her. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, you micro dig. That's who, yeah, she told me about you. What up, bruh? I feel like when you're a certain age, you shouldn't care about a person's body count. That's just me. Question number 2. This is from the guys. Bro, how can I get my girl to stop wearing these ugly ass wigs? Bruh, I can't help you on that one. I don't even know what the fuck to say to that one. That shit is just funny. How can I get my girl to stop wearing ugly ass wigs? I don't know. But I feel your pain. Man, honestly, I don't even know how you can. I, I just thought that shit was funny. But I don't really have an answer. I personally don't like wigs. I fucking hate weave. I hate extensions. I hate all that shit. Like if you could clip it the fuck on, you could keep it the fuck off. Right? That's how I feel. Right? Um, I don't like. I've had bad experiences with girls with wig. I remember one time I was making out with this fine ass girl. Right? Like we making out. Because that's how you make out. That's the sounds you gotta make. If you don't make those sounds, then you ain't really making out. But I remember we was making out, you know what I'm saying? Like we get into it, and I put my hand behind, her head. And I'm thinking I'm being smooth, like, oh, she gonna think I'm liking her, right? So I'm putting my hand behind her head, and I feel fucking metal tracks. And I swear to God, it fucking turned me off so bad. Like I hate all that shit. Extensions, whatever. Hey, you know what's worse too? When you ever walk into a girl's room and she got fucking wigs and weave or whatever the fuck hanging in her bedroom. Like, why the fuck do you have wigs and shit hanging on your walls or your dress? Like, that is fucking disgusting. I don't want to see that shit. That shit's gross. Right? You know what that's equivalent to? That's like, ladies, if you walk into a guy's bedroom and the motherfucker got dirty drawers on his walls. Just, oh nah, those good. I wore those 2 hours. I only wore them 2 hours. You good? I wore them to the store back. They good. They clean. Right? That's what the fuck that is. Dirty drawers on the walls, right? And not for nothing, but a lot of y'all 5'2", 5'3", whatever, right? Y'all are short, and y'all got big ass heads. Like y'all got big. So why the fuck would you want to add more inches to your head? That you good with the natural hair. Just find a way to make it look nice. Your style. You don't have to have long hair to be pretty, to be attractive. I know y'all want volume, y'all want depth, or whatever the fuck y'all call it, but really you just adding inches to your fucking big ass head. So we don't care about that shit. Please get rid of it. Like I said, if you can clip it the fuck on, keep it the fuck off. Right? Next question from the girls. Is it true that men know in 6 months of dating if they'll marry the girl they are with? 6 months of dating if they'll marry her? That's tough. Well, 6 months thing is like that's situation based. And on top of that, I feel like you don't know shit about a person, no matter how long y'all been dating, 3 years, 5 years. It don't matter how long y'all been dating. I promise you this. You do not know that person like you would if you spent a month just living with them. So 6 months of dating, it ain't gonna tell you shit. Try a week of living together. That'll tell you if that motherfucker's the one. And also, ladies, at 6 months, please don't be asking no dude, so what are we? Like, what's next for us? Like, don't do that, all right? Because guys are already intimidated by commitment and settling down, and we're very cautious when it comes to that. We not like y'all. We don't know in 2 weeks, right? So we're very cautious about who we want to commit to, and you start doing shit like that and asking shit like that within 6 months, yo, you gonna scare the shit out of him. Next question for the guys. Every time I want to chill with this new girl, I gotta take her out and do something. Am I wrong for ending it because she don't want to come to my place? She don't want to come to my place. She always want to do something? it sounds like multiple things. It sounds like maybe she's a gold digger. Who knows? I feel like it really all depends on the girl and the vibe, right? Because you got to think, fellas, with girls, they are constantly being tricked, kind of, right? Into like guys sleeping with them or guys liking them, whatever, right? So you got to think girls are more cautious now, and they're kind of in it to where, you know what? If I'm probably going to give you some pussy and you probably going to suck, or this probably ain't going to go anywhere because you're probably playing games. So you know what? I'm gonna get me a nice dinner once in a while. I'm gonna get me a fucking some drinks, some free drinks, and a good time. I'm gonna make sure I get mine. And you kind of gotta respect that only because of what us men do, right? We play the game, right? We try to swindle him and like, oh yeah, I'm really feeling you, come over, and then you know what, then we give him the 2 pump thunder, and then that was for nothing. But at the same time, ladies, if a guy invites you over to his house, I feel like you can say yes. You can go to a guy's house, like especially if he has something planned, like if he's like, hey, I cooked, or hey, let's have this little fun game night, or whatever the case may be, right? Then there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't understand why y'all have this idea that if you go to a guy's house, you're automatically gonna get fucked. Like do you not have a say with your vagina, or is it that like something to do with a guy's place, your pants automatically drop? Is it that, or it could just be girls just don't want to be put in that situation, to have to tell you no, or to have to make things awkward and where you're expecting sex. Maybe they don't want you to ruin it for yourself by you trying to fuck. That could be it. But hey, I don't know, bro. Just figure out a cheap date or something. Take her to the pool. Take her fucking axe throwing. I don't know. And even then, that's tough because if y'all are out, you're gonna want to eat. She's gonna want to be thirsty, and she's gonna want White Claws and shit. So, bro, you just gotta spend some money, man. Honestly, stop being cheap. Okay, so this next question from the goddamn. This next question. This next question from the girls. How do you recommend we address a guy's issues of being a minute man? The fuck? And it's so funny too, right? With girls, you can tell by their questions. So guys like, yo, how the fuck you get a girl to come to your crib? And the girl's like, how do you recommend we address a guy's issues of being a minute man? It's still whatever. Y'all don't understand. How do you recommend we address a guy's issues of being a minute man? Man, like, not for nothing, all guys have been there, right? We've been in a situation before where we're just like, God damn, this shit about to end early. But I personally feel like when you a minute man, it's because you're selfish. Because we know when we're about to finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, a guy knows when he's about to come. So if you continue on with that, knowing you about to, you're selfish. Any real dude has a backup plan or a backup phrase or whatever they use when they about to come fast and they don't want to, right? Like I'm in some pussy and oh shit, it's about to, and you got to find a way to navigate out of that situation, right? So you got to be like, oh shit, hold on, you hear that? What's that? Oh no, it's nothing. And now you just saved yourself 5 more extra pumps, guy. Come on, man. You gotta know, you gotta have something out of that. Y'all learn. But I will say this. If it's like a medical condition or something, and he just a minute man, I don't know. Y'all gotta discuss that shit on y'all own. Like, y'all gotta go to the doctor or something. But I personally feel like if you're a minute man, it's because you're selfish. Simple as that. And there's nothing you can really do about that besides talk to the guy, right? But the real question is, let's say you do talk to him and shit doesn't change. This is the perfect guy, and this is the only problem that he has is that he's a minute man. What do you do are you like now justifiable to cheat? Like, because he doesn't satisfy you? Like, what do you do as a female or even as a man? Like, well, you know what I mean. But like, what do you do, ladies? Do you like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna leave this guy, this amazing, perfect guy, just because he can't satisfy me in the bedroom. Because how many perfect guys are you gonna come across in your life? You're not gonna come across many. So, do you leave this guy or do you cheat? What y'all doing? Y'all cheating? This is cheating. Okay, so this next question from the guys. He says, so this girl sends me pics all the time and they don't do anything for me. PG-13 type shit. They was cute at first. Now they are just annoying. How do I tell her to show a little more without being ungrateful? You know what? I feel like I've experienced shit like this before, but yeah, it's frustrating, especially now with social media, because you have so many girls that post sexy shit on social media, right? It's like you got girls spreading it wide open and doing all kind of shit in Jordans and in front of their pool and in Walmart, right? Like you got girls doing all kind of sexy shit on Instagram. But then when you talking to a girl, it's like all of a sudden bitches forget how to use a phone. You forget how to use a camera. Like you don't know what sexy is. Like, why the fuck is you sending me a picture with your fucking elbow and half of your rib showing and you think that's supposed to turn me on? Like, I'm a grown ass man. I've had pussy before, right? I may be a minute man, but I've been in some pussy before. Why the fuck would you think this picture is supposed to turn me on? It's 1 a.m. and you gonna send me some upper rib cage talking about some, ooh, you miss me? No, the fuck I don't miss you now. Now I'm just pissed off. So, you know what, bro, I feel you on that, man. But I think you should just tell her. At least ask her, you know what? Maybe even show her one random day, like, oh, look at this picture. Like I thought about you. See what she thinks about that. If they still trash, block her. Fuck it. Just block her ass. All right, next question from the ladies. And you know what? They asked me this on my Instagram, so I feel like they was trying to ask me personally. Yeah, that. So she says, is it true? Check this out. Is it true light-skinned men don't eat pussy? Like, so you just chose a whole skin color of men and was like, oh, they don't eat pussy. They ain't eating my pussy. Maybe that's because of your pussy. Like, I'm telling you right now, I personally feel like, because, I eat pussy. There's nothing wrong with that. You a man, you know what I'm saying? You, whatever. I ain't got to explain that to y'all. But I feel like it has everything to do with sexual chemistry and how you feel sexually about that person for you to just want to do that. Like, you shouldn't be wanting to do that to every single girl. And same thing with guys, right? Like guys shouldn't expect head from every single girl. I'm sure they do. Ladies, I know y'all think guys expect it, but they ain't gonna go down on y'all. But I personally feel like that's something sacred. That's something that you have to do that with something special or somebody that you just naturally, have a sexual fucking desire for, right? Like, you, goddamn, she's sexy. Like, I feel like that's the time when you can do it. If not, you can't just be doing that to everybody. Like, it's just, no, you can't. Okay, so last question for the guys. Question is, whoever wrote this, forgive me, because hood motherfuckers, they ask shit or they write shit. They not really good at articulating their words on paper. So I'm gonna try my best to do this. Why can we tell a chick we not looking for anything serious, but they still get mad when they still try, and you don't change your mind? Okay, so what they're saying is, from what I gathered from these clues of words, what they're saying is, why is it that when a guy tell a girl, hey, I'm not looking for nothing serious, whatever. And the girl's like, okay, she still gives pussy, still treats him like a king and whatever, cooks for him. And he's still running the streets. Why is it that girls get mad? I feel like guys get mad too. I think that's just human nature. When you want somebody and you're putting your best foot forward, you want to succeed. You want that person to appreciate what you're doing, especially when you're trying to show somebody that you're better than what they are expecting or they received in the past, right? There's been plenty of situations where, as a guy, especially with women, because women are always so fucking hurt all the goddamn time, right? Some ex from middle school always broke their fucking heart and they still getting over it. Whatever the fuck, right? The guy could have treated her like shit, and you can give her the world, and she's still sprung over that dude. There's nothing you can do about it, my man. You either have to accept it and move on, or you can keep trying, but you can't get mad when you don't see results, right? And I read something somewhere where it's like, you can show somebody love, but you can't make them appreciate it. And that's the truth. We always say, it's funny because we always say people want what they want, right? And that's false. I don't think people want what they want, because a girl can look at you, you do everything perfect, right? You treat her right, you fuck her good, you take her out, whatever, right? You're affectionate, you do everything perfect. Yeah, she's still sprung on the last dude or another dude. And that just means that it's not people want what they want, it's they want who they want. Because if you're not who she envisions her life to be with, if she envisions somebody else, or if she thinks somebody else is her ideal type, dude, there's nothing you can do that's going to change her mind. It don't matter if you fucking got 9 inches of meat and you piping her down and you taking her out. It don't matter. She still want the bum ass dude that treats her like shit. That's just women, bro. Hey, can't do nothing about it. Last and final question from the ladies. So, do you think it is wrong for a mother who is currently dating somebody that is not the child's father to not want any more kids? So that's tough, especially when you're dealing with older men or a man that doesn't have kids yet and wants kids. So that's tough, but right there it's all about communication, man. Just keeping somebody in the loop and making sure you let them know, like, hey, I don't want any more kids. And like the last question we just had, there might be a chance where he tries to change your mind. He has to just understand that, that's something that's that's tough to get over. And also, fellas, you got to understand too, man. A lot of women have kids with men that aren't around, right? They aren't around, or they're not much help financially, emotionally, whatever, right? They're not really giving much. So you're putting, like, they put that female in a bad predicament where now she's having to, change her life. And granted, it's motherhood, you're supposed to, but you don't go into motherhood thinking that you're going to be alone. You go into it thinking you're going to have help. So when these guys disappear and they're stuck, and they lose their freedom, and they're, they have to change their whole lifestyle and how they spend money, like, that's that's painful, man. That can scorn some women. So you got to understand, like, it doesn't matter what you're saying to her. The last guy probably told her the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that she may not want to go through that anymore, and you got to respect that. And besides, motherfucker, it's her body. Yo ass ain't gonna get a fucking 9-pound gut. All right, so suck that shit up and move the fuck on. If not, like I said, appreciate that she kept it honest with you and respect it. So that was all the questions. I want to thank everybody that was involved. Send me their questions. I feel like there were some good topics, some interesting ones. Sorry for the guy in the wig. I feel you, bruh. But also, man, what I've learned with these questions is that a lot of times our issues derive from lack of communication. I feel like we're so afraid to talk to each other. Why? when you with somebody and it's somebody that you're supposed to, you think you're going to be with or you want to be with, for the long run, you got to learn how to communicate with each other. Tell each other what you want, tell each other what you don't want, and respect that, right? Ladies, your man shouldn't be afraid to tell you what he likes or doesn't like because you're going to get butthurt. Like, you have to learn how to take constructive criticism, right? Because women, y'all suck with that. Either somebody's a hater or you go look on your Instagram and see a meme. What's meant to be will be. Like, shut the fuck up and learn how to take some criticism, okay? Fellas, communicate with your ladies, right? Whether you got to put on an LL Cool J voice or put on some R&B and talk to her, I don't know. But find a way to communicate with her and get what you want. Tell her what you like and don't like. You don't want her with a fucking wig. You want to take the shit off, have the head inches on the wall. Take the head inches off the wall. Get the fucking wigs down. Put your drawers up there. Let us see how it feels. But in all seriousness, man, communicate with your people. Communicate. Don't just pinch kids. You can't pinch kids. I was joking. You can't. My mom pinched me, and look how I turned out fucked up. But you can't pinch kids, right? Talk to the young lady and say, hey, your child is pissing me the fuck off. The snacks is good in the house, but he is pissing me off. Let her know that you ain't putting up with that shit, okay?